All right, I am going to briefly walk through how my mastery paths are set up for my class. Right now, I just have it as extra credit. So instead of lessons, you'll see that I just have quizzes and intervention modules. Um, all of mastery paths have to be done through modules. Each path is made up of a bunch of modules. So you'll see this in a second here. Um, so you can see each one of these sections is its own module. So topic one, nothing right now when they look, this is just how it looks for me, but topic one is where they're starting, real number system. I have them dated because each lesson I have its own module. So 820 to 823, they can actually scroll down if they wanted to go back to that lesson, and they can click on any of these modules and it'll go through the lesson that we did for that day. If they don't want to do that, they can jump right into this quiz. This quiz is available to everybody. All of my students are taking this quiz. So depending on how well they do, we'll kind of tell them where to go from there. So if they do well on it, they can actually move to the next topic. If they don't do well, then intervention groups are then made available to them. So let's go back to modules. Okay, so if you look at this quiz, it says 7 through 0, or any 7 and below, really. And then down here you see 8 and 9. So what that means is this right here, these two things will be published or be made visible to the student if they do well on this quiz. So if they get an 8 or a 9, they won't see these, they will automatically see these two things. Now, if they get a 7 or below on the quiz, then they are able to do these two. So these two are considered my intervention. So if you click on it, it just takes them to one module. I just have them do some Khan Academy practice and IXL, and I told them what I want them to get for that one. And then if they hit next, I got a practice quiz, and this is just online. It's good practice because it tells them, why they missed certain questions. So let's go back to modules. Once they do those practice modules or intervention modules, they can retake this quiz. Let's say they do well on the quiz, they get a 9 out of 9 or an 8 out of 9, then they can see these two things. So topic 2, simplifying the radical, and they can jump right into the quiz. So again, I just have quizzes because they have already learned this material. If I was just doing a mastery path on like an entire unit of things that they've never learned before, I would have a lesson here first. And when I say lesson, there are so many resources on Canvas that you can do for lessons. You can make it a discussion board, you can make it a collaboration, you can add files, you can add live links, you can add YouTube videos, whatever you want to do for that lesson, and then you can have them take a quiz afterwards. And then based on how they do on that quiz, then you can move them down to intervention or move on to the next topic's lesson. But like I said, for me, I just have quizzes. So if they do well on this second topic, they move down to here, topic 3. And if you look right here, that's 5 out of 5. So that means they are not allowed to miss anything on this topic 2's quiz. They can only get a 5 out of 5. If they get 4 or below, they have to do these interventions. Topic 3 will not be available to them until they get a 5 out of 5 on this quiz. Move down to topic 3, same exact idea. 12 or 11 out of 12, we'll take them to topic 4. If they don't get a 11 or a 12, so if they get a 10 or below, they are moved to these 2 intervention modules. So that's kind of the basics on how modules are set up. And then in the next video, I'm going to kind of talk about how exactly to create your own mastery paths.